While everyone's got their eyes glued to the big tech giants battling it out, there's a whole other AI gold rush happening, kind of right under our noses. We're going to dive into a really fascinating trend, something the team over at Velzeno highlighted, that shows how these tiny AI-powered tools are quietly turning into million-dollar companies.
So when you think about success in AI, your mind probably jumps to, massive companies, huge funding rounds. But what if the real story, the one that's actually shaping the future of business tools, is happening on a much, much smaller scale?
Well, the answer is kind of the opposite of what you'd expect. We're talking about micro tools, often built by just a single founder or maybe a team of 2 or 3 people. These aren't these sprawling platforms that are trying to do everything for everyone. Nope, they are laser-focused, super lightweight, and incredibly powerful.
And get this is the real kicker. These tiny teams, they're not just building little side projects for fun. They're pulling in over $1 million in recurring revenue. It just goes to show you that in the world of AI, size isn't everything. Speed and focus, those are the new superpowers. So who are these micro giants anyway? Let's take a look at a couple of brilliant examples that prove this whole model isn't just a theory. It's a very real path to massive success.
First up, Jasper AI. I'm guessing a lot of you have probably heard of this one. It started as a pretty simple copywriting assistant, but its real genius was that it solved one of the most universal, most frustrating problems for any creator, just staring at that blank page, having no idea where to even start.
And this right here, this lays out Jasper's strategy perfectly. Instead of trying to be some general do-it-all AI tool, it zeroed in on marketers. It gave them specific templates for stuff like Facebook ads or blog intros, which made it way faster and more on point than hiring a freelancer. That laser focus was its secret weapon.
And the result of all that focus? A valuation of over $1.5 billion. That's billion with a B. Jasper started super niche, built this fiercely loyal audience by solving their specific problem, and then it expanded. It is the perfect case study for the power of this micro-first approach.
Okay, now for an example that's even more focused. Cleanup.pictures. This tool does one thing, and one thing only. It removes unwanted objects from your photos. And it does it so well that it's a legitimate challenger to giants like Photoshop.
This is the disruptive power of micro SaaS in action. Think about it. Photoshop requires skill, it takes time, and you're paying a hefty subscription. Cleanup.pictures, it requires a single click and it costs $5 a month. It wins because it's all about simplicity and accessibility. It's opening up photo editing to millions of people who'd never dream of touching a complex pro tool.
Okay, so we've seen the examples. We see it works. But what's the actual formula here? What's the secret sauce that connects a $1.5 billion company like Jasper and a hyper-focused tool like Cleanup.pictures? Let's break it down.
The contrast is just night and day, isn't it? On one side, you've got the giants. They're bloated, they're slow to innovate, they're expensive. And on the other side, you've got these micro tools. They're fast, they solve one problem perfectly, and they're priced for basically everyone. That agility is their greatest weapon.
So here it is, the secret sauce in 4 parts. First, speed. They can launch new features in a few weeks, not years. Second, a relentless, absolute focus on one single problem. Third, lean and affordable pricing that makes it a no-brainer to try. And finally, they grow through communities like Product Hunt and Reddit, not by spending millions on marketing.
Now for the really exciting part, because, knowing the formula is one thing, but how could someone actually build one of these businesses? Well, the source material lays out a surprisingly simple blueprint for creating a micro SaaS that can pull in $10,000 a month or even more.
And here it is, 6 steps. Find a small, annoying problem, like say cleaning up bad audio in a podcast. Then use existing AI APIs so you don't have to build all the tech from scratch. Launch a super simple one-click solution. Market it where your potential users are already hanging out. Offer a cheap pro plan right away, like $5 to $20 a month. And then, and this is key, only add features that your actual users are asking for. It's lean, it's fast, and it's built around the customer.
And look, this is not just some theory. According to Velzeno's research, this exact blueprint is already being used by dozens of founders to build businesses, generating anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000 in monthly recurring revenue. That's life-changing income, and it's often being built by just a single person.
So what's the big takeaway here? The AI revolution isn't just about building the next giant all-knowing intelligence. It's about empowering individuals and tiny teams to create incredibly valuable things faster than ever before. But it's not without its challenges. let's be realistic for a second. This space is getting crowded, so the competition is absolutely fierce. You're also usually relying on APIs from companies like OpenAI, and their prices can change, which affects your bottom line. And yeah, while getting to a millionaire is totally doable, scaling way beyond that niche can be a really big hurdle. It's a fantastic model, but you've got to go in with your eyes wide open.
But ultimately, this quote from the source material just nails it. The future of SaaS is small, smart, and AI first. It's not about bigger, more complicated platforms anymore. It's about focus, affordability, and speed. These small, intelligent tools that solve one problem better than anyone else.
And so that leaves us with one final powerful question. In a world where AI gives you the power to build a solution almost overnight, what's the single frustrating problem that you are going to solve? The opportunity has never, ever been this accessible.